Thursday, October 5th, 1960, a formation of unidentified flying objects was picked up on the sophisticated computerized radar screens of an early warning station at Tula, Greenland. Its exact course was quickly charted. It appeared to be heading toward North America from the direction of the Soviet Union. Within minutes, the red telephones at Strategic Air Command headquarters in Omaha, Nebraska, were jangling, and the well-trained crews of SAC were galloping to their planes at airfields all over the world. Atomic bomb-laden B-52s already in the air were circling tensely, their crews waiting for the final signal to head for predetermined targets deep within the Soviet Union. SAC headquarters broadcast an anxious signal to Tula for further confirmation. There was no answer. Generals chewed on their cigars nervously. Had Tula already been hit? Suddenly, the mysterious blips on the radar screens changed course and disappeared. Later it was learned that an iceberg had cut the submarine cable connecting Tula to the United States. It was a very odd coincidence that the iceberg chose that precise time to strike. But the mystery of unidentified flying objects is filled with remarkable and seemingly unrelated coincidences. World War III did not start that day, but it might have. Weeks later, when news of the enigmatic radar signals leaked out, 3 Labour members of the British House of Commons, Mr. Emrys Hughes, Mrs. Hart, and Mr. Swingler, stood up and demanded an explanation. The U.S. Air Force replied that the radar signals had actually bounced off the moon and had been misinterpreted. The story appeared in The Guardian, a leading newspaper in Manchester, England, on November 30th, and a week later it was buried on page 71 of the New York Times. Could modern military radar really convert the moon into a formation of flying saucers? I have excellent reasons for doubting it. In May 1967, I toured a secret radar installation in New Jersey at the Air Force's own invitation, and I was extremely impressed by the complexity and efficiency of the equipment there. By pressing a few buttons, the radar operators can not only instantly detect every aircraft within range, but giant computers also provide complete and instant information on the speed, altitude, direction, and ETA, estimated time of arrival, of each plane. Even the aircraft's flight number appears on the radar screen. Unknown objects can be immediately picked out in the maze of air traffic, and a routine procedure is followed to identify them quickly. If these procedures fail, jet fighters are scrambled to take a look. It is improbable, if not impossible altogether, for the moon or any other distant celestial object to fool this elaborate system. There have been frequent radar sightings of UFOs for the past 20 years, not only on military radar, but on the sets of weather bureaus and airports. Often in these cases, ground witnesses have also reported seeing the objects visually. When the Federal Aviation Agency Tower at the Greensboro High Point Airport in Greensboro, North Carolina, picked up an unidentified flying object early on the morning of July 27, 1966, several police officers in the High Point, Randolph County area also reported seeing unidentifiable objects buzzing the vicinity. They said the objects appeared to be at an altitude of 500 feet and described them as being round, brilliant red-green, and appeared to be emitting flashes of light. The government's official position toward flying saucers has been totally negative since 1953, although a great deal of attention has been paid to the subject behind the scenes. Obviously, any phenomenon that could possibly trigger World War III accidentally has to be taken seriously.